What's going on, everyone? Thrift Barringer here, live from the Sheave Center on Brookstone campus, and it's the first of many Brookstone coaches shows on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and I'm with the man himself, the new head football coach of the Cougars, and his first season, Ian Headley, and his beautiful daughter, Shy. Thank you all so much for joining us, Coach.
Thank you for having us. We're super excited.
And I know she's actually starts school tomorrow, so she is excited I'm seeing everyone on campus trying to get ready. It's going to be a lot of chaos these next couple of days, so we're excited about school starting. All right, Coach. And she's got her party coming up,
She's got her party, yep.
Coach, let's go ahead and start here. How has it been for you and your family these last couple months? Last time we talked, I know it was a whirlwind. You were having to move. So how's it been these last couple months?
Man, it's been phenomenal, man. I think, Columbus is a great city. The people here are nice. They treat everyone amazing. The Brookstone family and parents have been so supportive. It's honestly been a dream come true.
Awesome, Coach. And I like the family part of it. You're feeling like you're welcome. Now, the off-season part of it. We talked a little bit in Media Day, and then you had your first scrimmage last week. So we already talked about the offseason at Media Day. Let's talk about the scrimmage that you had against Chaco. What did you learn about your team last Friday, man?
I think we came out offensively. I think we came out slow. I think defense played phenomenal all game. They were lights out. We got a turnover. But then, man, once we got going on offense, I mean, you kind of got a glimpse of how special we could be.
Right.
Definitely we got to clean some things up.
Right.
On both sides of the ball, but I'm happy.
Yeah, and Shy said she's tired of talking football. She was here for the school and the
Yeah,
party. She's not here for the football right now. But, I was thinking the same thing, and I want to go with Broughton Branch because I like what I saw from him, Coach.
Yeah.
He's a very talented quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you feel good that your offense is in his hands, man?
He was 7 of 11, 177 yards.
Wow.
One of the interceptions, we talked about it right after he threw it. Just got to take better care of the football. But, other than that, I think he was spot on as far as getting guys lined up, kind of getting us in the right play, going in the right place with the football.
Right.
He had a really good scramble. I wish it would have counted. I wish he was live. I think he would have scored.
No doubt.
So I think he's developing and he's coming together.
Right. Well, seeing Broughton Branch continue to develop, and then you got some elite receivers. Do you feel like everybody's on the same page? Because from what I saw from Sammy, man, that guy is about as fast and quick. They say phone booth quickness, Coach.
Yep.
And he came from your previous stop. So talk about his progression and the receivers and how they're working together, man.
Well, it's funny because I texted him this morning. I was like, man, you went 4 for 4. Like, you had 4 touches, 4 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
The punt return, the one that got called back, the punt return got called back, the other one that got called back, and the 2 that stayed. But, more importantly, away from football, he's just a phenomenal kid.
Right.
Yes, sir, no, sir type of kid. He practices hard. He holds himself accountable. He holds himself to a standard. He's honest with himself. If he doesn't give good effort, if he didn't practice to his standard, he'll let me know. He'll let his teammates know. So, I think when you got a guy like that in that receiver room, everybody else feeds off of that.
No doubt.
Stuart Wolf at tight end he didn't get any catches, but he had some amazing blocks.
Good.
Kind of opened up some things from Dylan Terry. And then, Dylan Terry got in the slot and scored too. I think, Mitchum had that nice drag that got called back.
Right.
So, JJ's he's my young pup, but he's probably my biggest one. So it's a matter of getting him going. He had a couple key first down catches for us too. So, I think, and Sammy can play some running back too. You guys didn't see it on Friday. You might see it this week, but I just think we're super dynamic. So now I think for us, the other part is getting our 2s ready to go just as well as the 1s. So we got some depth and we could move some guys around.
I'm excited about this year. I was able to see Brookstone, Pacelli, and Calvary. This is going to be a tough region, Coach. I know you've seen some too. There's a ton of talent from between all 3 schools.
Absolutely.
But I'm excited and seeing what I saw against Chaco, Coach, because it looked like a team. And you talked about the callbacks. Is that one of the biggest messages? Is that tightening up, discipline, not making little mistakes when that really costs you 6 points multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, you look at if all those touchdowns stay, I mean, we're talking about a 60-point game.
Right.
So, I mean, we got our words of the week. Discipline was one of them from when we first started camp. So, really, man, all our kids did was in the second half, they were like, man, we're not playing discipline. We're not playing with effort. We're not being accountable. And I told them, man, like, when we come out in the second half, I need to see a whole different team. So, it was 15 going into halftime. It was 36 when they started the running clock. So I think our kids are answering the calls. We're requiring a lot of them, and they're doing that.
Well, Coach, I love what I saw against Chatco. We're going to talk about this upcoming week because it's here, baby.
Yeah.
No more talking season.
Yeah,
the season is here.
It's here.
And we're going to talk about Tatnall Square coming up next on the Brookstone Coaches Show, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, with head football coach Ian Headley. You don't have to press anything. You're good. I'm just going to leave a pause right here, Coach. This will be deleted out.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Shy, hello. Are you ready to go to your party? Yes, I know it. I'm going to keep Daddy for a few more minutes, and we're going to get out of here. Okay. So, Tatnall, okay, just kind of like, what are you doing window dressing this year? I'm not asking you to say the whole game plan. Talk about what the mindset is. We'll talk about schedule. What'd you do yesterday? What's today? What's Wednesday, Thursday, heading into game on Friday?
Yep.
And then we'll wrap it up. Okay?
Gotcha.
All right, here we go. And it's still rolling, right?
Yeah, we're
good. Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back here to the Sheave Center. Coach wanted to make sure we get this beautiful jug because there's a new one. This one's filled out. Now we're going to have a new one this year here at Brookstone campus, the Brookstone Coaches Show. Ian Headley's his name. He's the new football coach. And you saw his beautiful daughter, Shy. His wife's here also helping out with the coach show as well. So we're excited about the future under the Headley era at Brookstone. Let's talk about this week. It's game week, Coach.
Yes, sir.
No more ifs, ands, buts about it. It's time to buckle your chin strap and play some football. What is the schedule like leading into this week, heading into game day on Friday?
Yes, sir. So yesterday was kind of an install day for us. So we watched some film. We watched ourselves. We watched Tatnall. And then we kind of went out and kind of walked through, our game plan, kind of, seeing what works, what doesn't work, maybe kind of what we need to tweak. Today and tomorrow will be extremely physical. Today being one of our most physical days.
Do you believe in that you need to have physicality at some point during the week? You think that's important?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been places where we don't tackle and it shows up on Fridays.
Yep.
And then I've been places where we started tackling, we hit every day in the beginning of the season and we were good. We kind of tapered off, started missing tackles. So we had to it's football.
Right.
And I mean, they got to do it. I believe in 1,000 hours. You got to do it for 1,000 hours. And, as we progress in the season, obviously we'll start tailing back a little bit.
Right.
But right now it's early, and I think we need to develop that element of physicality.
So you got physical day today and tomorrow. Yes. What about the rest of the week heading into game day?
Yeah. So, like I said, we'll be physical today, physical tomorrow. Thursday will be kind of more of just a walkthrough. Wednesday will be physical, but it'll be more of a third tempo, more situational. So,
right.
We'll go over some situational, third and short, third and long, fourth and short, things like that, just to kind of prepare. Today would be more of a coming out, what are we going to call coming out, beginning of the game, things like that. And then Thursday will kind of just be cleaning up everything.
Right. Well, I'm excited, Coach. Again, this Friday night at Max Strong Stadium, who is obviously, most people know, is a former NFL player that played here at Brookstone, 7:30 against Tatnall Square. Coach, what do you know about Tatnall? Powerhouse here in the GIAA. Had an okay year last year. Yeah. What do you know about them, and what are the expectations heading into this week against them?
Well, that was one of the games, just in watching Brookstone film last year, that kind of stood out to me.
Yeah.
Because of how physical they were, because of how well coached they were. Obviously they have a great coach there now, a legendary coach, Coach Hester, who's won 11 titles there. I did my research on him. I think we just need to be prepared.
Right.
We know what we put on film. last week. We know how they play, but understanding that they have a great coach. So they're going to be prepared for a lot of the things that we do. So we just need to have a plan for that. And I think we will. I think we do. So I think it's going to be a good game. I know they run a veer offense, so that'll be a little different.
Right.
Definitely got to stop that dive, shut that dive down, make them get the pitch. But, I mean, even with the pitch, we got to keep contained. So, and that's what today will be really for, just kind of being physical and just developing that identity, and because they're going to be physical.
Oh, yeah. Do you feel like, because, and especially in the GIAA, there's a lot of offenses like that one wing T, veer. Do you feel like your guys are prepared for that, but also knowing that a couple weeks from now you could be facing a team that's going to throw the ball 600 million times like yourself? So how do you make sure your defense is always prepared for the multiple offenses they could face this year?
Right. So, we start practice every day with 5 perfect plays, so that's good on good. So the defense runs their base stuff, we run our stuff.
Nice.
So there's still an element of every day just kind of working some spread stuff. And, I mean, we do a lot of stuff on offense. So, it may not be from a traditional wing T set, but we'll still give you that, guard, tackle, pull. It may not be from a veer, but we'll still run speed options. So,
no doubt.
And I think the principles are still the same: keep contained, tackle, all those things. So, I feel like our defense is prepared because we throw so much at them,
right?
That there's really not much they haven't seen. Even in this summer with 7-on-7s, we faced some 7-on-7 wing T teams that ran the waggle and did some different things. So, we'll be prepared. It's obviously, man, like offenses like this kind of keep me up at night the most because, one step the wrong way, one misalignment, they're off to the house. So spread teams I'm kind of more at ease with because we see that every day. But, we'll be ready.
Yeah, I'm excited. Tatnall Square Trojan, 7:30 this Friday night. All right, Coach, for everyone out there, because this is going to be really you experienced a little bit last week, but it's totally different when it's a actual game day.
Yeah.
What are you excited about, like, and looking forward to personally on a first time walking on that field for a real game as a Brookstone Cougars head coach?
Man, I think on Friday the crowd was electric. So just kind of continuing that momentum, just being electric, being involved.
Yeah.
We got a bash right before the game, so I think it's going to be a great environment. I'm excited.
Again, 7:30, come out here, and you're going to be able to watch it on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Coach, thank you so much for your time. Shai, thank you so much. You go enjoy your party. And this is the Brookstone Coaches Show on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll see you next time.